Hello, Karis Brown Malloy here, and this is the Starseed vlog for October 3rd, 2011. And as you probably cannot tell from this video, it's very rainy and cold outside, which is why I'm inside again. I'll get back to winter coming in a second because that's one of the points of this video, but before that I will update you on what's been going on. Last Friday, I had the first meeting for a meetup group I started, which was for Virginia iCar and also just for paranormal stuff in general, which there is a lot of in the area that I now live in, and the meetup was fantastic. We had just the perfect amount of people so that everyone could talk and be heard and have good input into the conversation, but not so many that people were all over each other, and not so few that there was ever a lull in conversation or nothing to talk about. So it was great, and I look forward to the future. There are lots of interesting things going on around here, and also a lot of really great people. So that was nice. And this week is just going to be more prep for the book. I have an interview coming up, which there's still a little bit more time before, so I'll wait to give you all the info on that. And this coming weekend is my class reunion for 10 years for high school, so that'll be exciting, you know. I don't know. I don't see what all the hype is. You'd think coming up that it's going to be such a huge thing because everyone seems to make it like that, but I don't really think it will be. I just think it'll be nice getting to see people I haven't seen in a really long time. So, alright. That was what's going on and what is going to be going on. And now the point of the video. Oh, one more thing before I get started is I just found out yesterday that 40 days from today is when the age of Aquarius dawns. So that's exciting. And I did not know, but it's on the same day as Instruction of a Starseed is going to be released. So no pressure, right? I mean, I'm still writing it, and I really need to get to that, which is probably what I'm going to do the second this video is done. So I will let you know what the progression is as it comes, and it'll be ready come Hades or high water, which both of may happen considering one of the circles is cold and the water's high, but I don't think that has anything to do with this. So moving on. Alright, so winter's coming, and that's the first part of the point of this video. It's going to be cold, it's going to be fast. Apparently this is going to be one of the shortest fall seasons that has happened. And this is stuff from my guides. That is from my guides. I don't watch the news really, and I don't pay attention to what happens on the Weather Channel, except, you know, stuff filters through. When it's something really important, you're going to find out because someone's going to tell you. Or if the weather's really weird, I will tune in and kind of see what's going on. But apparently this is going to be the shortest autumn, and I don't know if that's going to be because it just feels like it, because, you know, there's this whole time speeding up thing, or if it's because it's actually going to be short. I kind of think it's going to be both. I kind of think that because we are so close to 2012, and, you know, we're already in it. I mean, technically it's not 2012, but as you've probably heard, the calculations as to exactly when stuff happens are fluid, and they don't exactly say that everything is going to hit the fan on one day. It's kind of we're at the peak of this thing that's come up, and then slowly it'll go back down. So we're already deep in it. There's stuff going on all over the place, which includes mostly these huge shifts back and forth in weather. Like, it's not just warming, it's not just that things get hotter, it's that they get more intense in both directions. So I will urge you, please, because I could be wrong. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. I just know what I think is going to happen, what I've been told is going to happen. But if I am wrong, then you'll just be extra prepared. So what? You know, don't hesitate getting your stuff for winter in order. If you need to get your chimney swept, get your chimney swept. If you need to stock up on wood, stock up on wood. Stock up on food if you live in an area that there may be a lot of snow and all that kind of stuff. Because you don't want to be stuck, and it'll be fine. It's just how easily fine it's going to be that you can decide. So that's the first part. I urge you, please get everything in order. And also, winter is going to be intense. So this is a time that a lot of people can get sad, depressed, and kind of subdued. And that's kind of natural. Subdued is what should happen in winter. You know, everything shuts down, quiets. It's a time for dreaming and of planning. And yeah, I mean, there's no better word to describe it than just dreaming, thinking, and having this rich internal life. Because the warm seasons, you live outwardly. You do all this stuff with your body, and you're all around doing things and moving around and shaking and all this kind of stuff. But on the inside in winter is when things come to the surface. And although there isn't as much movement, there's deeper processes going on. So embrace that, and remember that, honestly, at least in the Western world, not very many of us go outside very much anyway, even in the summer. So it's not that time has to be that different just because it's cold, although some of you do, and some of us do, and I try to in the summer, depending on what else is going on in my life. But in the winter, it's harder to do that. However, it doesn't have to be that you can never go out. You just have to do the preparation. So make sure you're bundled up, make sure you have something warm to drink waiting for you back inside, and go out and enjoy the cool weather, because it is invigorating and it is good for you, and you should get out, and it's much snappier. It snaps you to awareness. This morning, my husband and I ran out to the car in the cold rain, and we were talking about how much like an obby it is and how it'll wake you up. So it can be fabulous. It can be great. Just don't let yourself get stuck in the rut of, oh, it's cold, things are quieter now, I have to be sad. You don't have to be sad. And also recall, this is the second part of the video, that we're all generators. Humans are these generators. If you've been familiar with balancing your chakras, you'll know that when you get to the heart chakra, it's like this huge thing that's reaching out in all directions and moving all the time, and just pumping out energy all the time, going everywhere. And so what you attach to is where your energy goes. So also remember, do you want to live in a world that is positive or that's negative? And that also goes for the media you expose yourself to. Every movie you're going to watch, think, I'm going to live in this world for 2 hours. Is this a world I want to live in? Same thing with music, same thing with television shows. I know that lots of drama needs negative things happening, but really, is it something that you want to experience? Try to step out of the addictive behavior, because, you know, we are going to be inside a lot. TV is the first thing that comes up, right? So remain conscious of what you're feeding yourself as far as vibration goes and how you end up feeling. And also, not only on a selfish level, which is necessary, but also on an unselfish level, you are impacting everything that you touch, that you think about, that you are near, be it of animal kingdom, plant kingdom, mineral kingdom, everything. And remember that everything's alive because we're in a field of consciousness. So just recall that you are having an effect whether or not you want to claim it. So you might as well claim it, right? And I think that's about all that I've got for you today. What else? Just recall that winter's going to come fast, it's going to be rough, and you can choose how to deal with it. You don't have to suffer. Even if things are difficult, you don't have to suffer. You can choose to be more of an empowered being than that, and focus on whatever the things are that are going to lift you up. Even if it's just a song that makes you happy, or some little delicacy of food that you love. Oh, that's one thing before I go that I have to tell you. Alright, in winter, make sure you're eating well. Make sure you're eating lots of root vegetables, you know, carrots, potatoes, things like that that are going to ground you and make you more able to withstand heat. I'm a vegetarian, which makes it a little tougher because meat eaters sometimes have it easier in the winter. But, you know, there's plenty of stuff that vegetarians can do to get their protein and amino acids and all that kind of stuff. One thing I do is have spirulina every day, and that's a lot of protein, amino acids. Quinoa is also good. But no matter what you're eating, no matter if you're a vegetarian, vegan, or not, whatever, make sure you are having fresh greens. And that's lettuce, that's salads, and try not to cover it with a bunch of dairy, like ranch dressing, because that kind of minimizes the effect that the greens have in keeping your energetic bodies clear and your physical body clear, and stopping clogs that can happen when you're eating all this heavy food that now you crave because the weather's cold. So remember, fresh greens will make you happy, and if you're not a huge salad eater, if you start eating them, then you'll really like them. It's kind of a process, because cravings, you don't really crave salads until you already love salads, but then once you're having salads and you go a couple days without them, you will want them because they're good for you. And they are winter foodstuffs. Salad stuff grows in the winter, so you're still eating in season. Alright, that is all I have for you. So have a lovely week, and remember, go around, be who you are. Remember to just keep that white light bubble up, especially when things are rough. Thick white light bubble around you. Imagine that you are sending good things to everyone you interact with. Try to make every single person, place, or thing that you influence better off for you influencing it. Even if it's just a smile, even if it's just a positive thought, even if it's just not reacting to negativity coming at you. So it doesn't have to be this grand thing. It can be something small. In fact, if everybody does something small, that works a lot better than 2 or 3 people doing these great big things. So keep shining your lights, which I know that you are doing, and thank you, because there have been lots of things that could have happened that haven't, and there have been lots of things that have happened because of the light that's getting put out in the world right now. So anyway, you're doing great. We're all doing great. We are ascension headed, and I'm loving living right now. It's exciting. That's why we're all here, for the party. So have a great week, and I'll see you next week.